The garden of you. It all begins now. Have you ever felt like you're drifting? Like you're alive but not really living? You're not tired because you've done too much. You're tired because what you've done doesn't feel like you. Let's be honest. Most people are reacting, not creating, chasing approval, following expectations, planting seeds they never chose. And the worst part? They wake up one day to a life they never designed. They look around and realize this isn't their garden, this isn't their dream. So I ask you, whose dream are you living? Because here's the truth. You are the gardener. And every day, whether you realize it or not, you're planting something. A thought, a habit, a decision. And those seeds, they grow into joy or regret, strength or surrender, a masterpiece or a mess. But here's the good news. Every sunrise brings a new canvas, a new chance to choose your colors, your direction, your truth. In this video, we'll uncover how your daily choices shape your future, how clarity unlocks power, how mindset forges your destiny, and how purpose turns an ordinary life into a legendary one. If you've ever carried an uncertain heart, stay. This is not just a message. It's your mirror. Let's begin. 2. The power of clarity. You cannot command a ship with fog glass. You cannot build a future on borrowed dreams. Every morning, the universe hands you a blank canvas, not to copy someone else's life, but to paint your own legend. Yet most people hesitate, brush in hand, paralyzed by noise. What should I want? What will others think? What if I'm wrong? But clarity, my friend, clarity is the antidote to confusion, the fire that cuts through the mist. It is not a luxury. It is your foundation, your compass, your edge in a world drowning in distraction. When your vision is sharp, your energy stops scattering like broken light. You stop chasing shadows. You begin to build. And everything, your choices, your habits, your very heartbeat, begins to align with purpose. But here's the hard truth. Clarity doesn't arrive as a gift. You must earn it. Through silence, through self-confrontation, through peeling back the layers of who they told you to be, so you can finally meet the person you truly are. Ask yourself, what ignites me? What life would I live if applause didn't exist? What would I pursue if failure wasn't fatal? Because once you know your answer, you'll stop hesitating. Every decision becomes a doorway, either closer to your truth or further from it. Without clarity, you will drown in options. But with it, you become ruthless in your focus. You no longer chase every glittering distraction or every opinion that knocks at your door. You stand still unshaken and let your mission guide your motion. And let's not forget, clarity is not a one-time epiphany. It is a ritual, a raffinement, a returning again and again to your why. Your dreams will evolve. So must your vision. Hold it, question it, sharpen it. Because when you possess true clarity, you stop fearing delay. You stop fearing detours. Because you know exactly where you are going. And in a world obsessed with speed, direction is your greatest power. So today, block the noise. Turn down the world and tune in to the only voice that knows your path, your own. Don't let the opinions of others dictate your destination. Don't let confusion be your compass. Real success does not come from following the map they gave you. It comes from drawing your own with blood, purpose, and truth. This is your brush. This is your canvas. This is your moment of clarity. 3. The mind commander or captor. Let me give it to you straight. The battlefield is not out there. It's inside your skull. You see, the greatest war you will ever fight is between the thoughts that chain you and the thoughts that liberate you. Your mind, it is not neutral. It is either building your empire or burning it down. Feed it fear, and it multiplies doubt. Starve it of belief, and it withers your courage. But feed it boldness, discipline, and a vision greater than your pain, and it becomes a weapon sharper than steel, a force more relentless than time. This is the truth most ignore. Your mindset is not a mood. It's a machine. It filters every experience, every setback, every decision. And what you program it with, That becomes your life. A fragile mind folds under pressure. It trembles before failure. It bows to rejection. But a trained mind, a mind under your command, it does not wait for comfort. It creates momentum. It learns, it adapts, it ascends. So, how do you build this kind of mind? You begin with brutal honesty. Listen closely to your inner voice, that constant whisper shaping your identity. Is it your champion or your executioner? If it repeats, I'm not enough, I'll probably fail, I'm not like them, you are rehearsing your own collapse. But if you speak back and say, pain is my sharpening stone, setbacks are my seminar, I do not retreat, I evolve, then you begin the rewiring. Then you rewrite the code. And one of the most powerful tools in that rewiring is mental conditioning. As surely as the body grows with effort, the mind expands through vision. See yourself thriving. Picture the win before the world ever applauds. Feel the weight of the challenge and rise anyway. Champions don't wait for belief, they build it. And they do it through relentless daily rehearsal of the future they demand. So I ask you, what are you rehearsing today? Fear or power? Are you cultivating strength or surrender? Because here's the truth. Your mind is not a passive passenger on your journey. It is the pilot. And if you don't seize the controls, someone else will. Master it, shape it, or be shaped by it. The mind, my friend, is either your clearest ally or your final prison. Here's a secret the elite already know. The mind does not distinguish between what you vividly imagine and what is real. So what are you rehearsing in your mind today, your downfall or your domination? Use this power. Harness it. Because the storms will come. Loss will knock. Life will strike without warning. But it is not the blow that defines you. It is the stance you take after impact. This is the line between the fragile and the formidable. Resilience. Resilience is not about dodging pain. It is about meeting pain at the door and shaking its hand. It is forged in fire by the ones who ask, what is this teaching me? Where is the lesson buried beneath the bruise? What power still lies in my hands? And do not underestimate this. Your environment is your mirror. Place yourself in a room of doubt and your soul will shrink. But surround yourself with giants, those who uplift, challenge, and reflect the greatness within you, and you will rise by gravity alone. Guard your mental palace like a king. Would you leave your front door open for thieves? Then why leave your mind unguarded to the voices of fear, gossip, and mediocrity? Feed it truth. Read what expands you. Listen to those who've built mountains from rock bottom. Speak only words that build, not break. And above all, cultivate gratitude. Gratitude transforms perception. It shifts you from lack to legacy, from complaint to command, from why me to I was made for this. And now, the part most avoid, lean into discomfort, because that's where all the growth lives. Raise your hand in the room where you feel small. Speak when your voice shakes. Leap, even when the safety net is invisible. Courage is not born from comfort. It is carved from discomfort strike by strike until you no longer flinch. Each time you do what fear tells you not to, you strengthen the muscle of mastery. You grow not just tougher, you grow truer. Let this be clear. Mastering your mindset is not a weekend retreat. It's a lifelong contract. But once you sign it, once you live it, you awaken a force no doubt can dethrone. Because those challenges, they're not sent to destroy you. They're here to build the you this world desperately needs. The pressure you feel, it's the resistance forging the blade. And your comeback? It won't just be strong. It'll be legendary. 4. Habits the bricks of your destiny. You are building something, whether you know it or not. Every morning you rise, you pick up a brick. Every decision, every routine, every choice, another layer in the structure of your life. Now ask yourself this with brutal honesty. Are you building a castle that protects your dreams, or a prison that cages your potential? Because habits, not hope, shape the future. And most people are trapped by the same routines that are slowly destroying them. Let this truth pierce through the noise. Success is never one big act. It's the silent rhythm of what you consistently do when no one is watching. The snooze button? That's a brick. The skipped workout? A brick. The scroll through social media, the mindless indulgence, the I'll do it tomorrow, each another weak brick. And one day, the whole wall collapses. But here's the power you hold. You can tear it down. You can rebuild it. And this time with purpose. Look at your current life. Not the highlight reel, the daily grind. What do your habits reveal? Are they sharpening your mind, your body, your mission? Or are they burying your greatness under convenience and excuses? Do not lie to yourself. Audit your patterns. If you waste your prime hours in distraction, you are not short on time. You are bleeding it. But change doesn't start with massive upheaval. It starts small. Wake up 15 minutes earlier. Read 10 pages. Move your body. Track your spending. Speak one word of courage instead of silence. Small bricks laid with intention build empires. Because consistency compounds. And here's what they won't teach you in school. 1% better each day is not addition. It's multiplication. Do that math. Better thoughts. Better choices. Better habits. They explode over time into a reality you once only imagined. And don't you dare forget, the same law applies to mediocrity. One skipped effort leads to two. One careless choice invites more. And one day, regret shows up, not because you failed, but because you built nothing of strength. So make the decision, not tomorrow, now. Choose the habits that serve the highest version of you, then commit. Daily, ruthlessly, relentlessly. Build like your legacy depends on it, because it does. Brick by brick, thought by thought, action by action. Your future is being laid right now, and you are the only architect on site. What are you building? 5. Purpose, the North Star of your life. A life without purpose is motion without meaning. It's a ship adrift, sails full, but soul empty. You may enjoy the breeze for a while, but sooner or later the silence hits. Why am I even on this journey? Purpose is not a nice to have. It is the compass of kings. It is what keeps you grounded when the storms rise, and what lifts you when your strength runs dry. Without it, success is hollow. Action becomes routine. Time becomes noise. And victory feels like vanity. But with purpose, every blow becomes part of the masterpiece. Every scar becomes a signature of your becoming. And even pain, yes, even pain, becomes sacred. So I ask you now, do you know your why? Or are you just surviving? Purpose doesn't come from applause, fame, or fortune. It begins within. You must look deep, strip away the noise. Ask yourself, what stirs my spirit? What injustice breaks my heart? What contribution would make this life worth the cost? Because hear this, purpose is not about personal gain. It is about significance. It is the echo your life leaves long after your final breath. And once you've discovered it, do not rest. Do not get comfortable. For the world will pull you away from your mission at every turn. It will dangle distractions, whisper doubts, and tempt you with shortcuts. That's why the truly great do not visit their purpose occasionally. They reconnect with it daily like warriors sharpening their blade. Each morning, before the world gets loud, return to your mission. Remind yourself, this is why I rise. This is what I was built to fight for. This is who I refuse to become. Let that fire guide your choices. Let it be the voice louder than fear, stronger than comfort, clearer than confusion. Purpose brings precision. It eliminates noise. It amplifies your power. Because when your life aligns with meaning, you do not need motivation. You become motivation. So carve your why into your calendar. Etch it into your habits. Build it into your identity. Let it breathe in your work, bleed through your words, and blaze from your presence. This is not just about living well. It's about living aligned. Because the moment you live without purpose, you don't just drift. You disappear. But when you live with it, you become a force the world cannot ignore. Final message. The awakening begins with you. Before you step into tomorrow, pause and ask yourself, am I truly living or merely moving? Because every morning you are handed a choice, a moment to remember why you started, a breath to realign your actions with your mission, a chance to build, not just survive. Don't be fooled by noise, money, praise, comfort. They're not your compass. Purpose is. Audit your path. Are your days serving your destiny or stealing from it in silence? If they are not aligned, adjust. Because purpose is not a one-time spark. It is a fire you feed daily, with new challenges, deeper wisdom, and unshakable values. When life grows hard, let purpose steady you. When you win, let it humble you. When it all feels routine, let it reignite your flame. Because with purpose, you do not just exist, you awaken, you lead, you live. So I say this to you now, with clarity in your vision, with mastery of your mind, with powerful habits at your feet, and with purpose in your soul. It's time to want it with desire, to believe with faith, to affirm it through auto-suggestion, to act and act again, and keep acting until success can no longer ignore you. My friend, the power to change your life has never been outside you. It was always here. In your decision, in your direction, in your daily discipline. So if this message stirred something within you, if even one part reminded you of the greatness buried inside, I don't keep it to yourself. Share this light. Let others see what's possible. Spread the thought that something better begins now, because when one person rises, we all rise. Subscribe if this speaks to your soul. Share it with those who are still searching. And may your days be filled with purpose, your steps with strength, and your life with the beauty of positive mental attitude. This is your canvas. What masterpiece will you begin today?